Hey y'all, quick options update, and then toward the end, I'm going to review a comment, right? Because I talked about music last week, and I talked about I was like into disco, and it's not. I really shouldn't say disco. It's more the funk era. If anybody is familiar with that, the Ohio Players, the Earth, Wind and Fires, the that type of the deal, and that's I'll get into it at the end. We're going to do the options update real quick. Um, I haven't closed any options. I don't plan to. I've kind of adjusted my strategy a little bit now that I'm working. Pretty much most of the time the market's open, I'm at work. I'll throw on some trades first thing in the morning, and then I hit the door. And whatever fills, fills. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my daily trades because I post them after I'm done with work. So usually in the afternoon. But those that are on Instagram, you can get it once a week here for now. Okay. So that's kind of my strategy. I don't want to, there's a couple of things I want to do this year is I don't want to go over my cash balance, right? What I'm talking about is notional value. So all the options that I have, I want to be able to cover it in cash, even though I don't need to, right? I have a margin account. I could invest all my cash and still put on these options, but I don't want to do that this year. Okay. Also, I have the reason why I'm not closing anything out. I don't mind owning what I'm selling, and I kind of want to average about $1,000 a month. Low bar, right? But we'll see. We'll see how things go. I'm out of touch. I was talking to somebody the other day on Discord, and like me, as far as this year so far, I'm completely out of touch with what the market's doing. I have no idea. Like I don't look at the markets. I don't know whether the market's up, down, year to date, something's happening. I don't know if Tyrone is talking mess with the Fed. I don't know what's happening. I'm out of touch. And it's kind of cool because I can put on the trades I want to put on, go to work. I come home. I actually got a library card, and I went and checked out a couple of books, and I'm reading now. I've read a couple of books already. Typically, I do not read fiction books. I will never read a fiction book. Typically, it's going to be autobiographies and history, things like that. Right now, I'm reading the autobiography of Al Green. If you guys don't know who Al Green is, that's the 60s, 70s, love and happiness, tired of being alone. So that's the kind of era of music that I'm talking about. So I'm reading his autobiography, and it's a horrible book so far. All right, enough talk. Let's talk about options. January 8th through the 12th, I opened up a Pfizer put, went out to February 16th, 28 strike, collected 61 bucks. Palantir, looked at the chart real quick. It looked like about 14 and a half was a good spot to pick up shares if you wanted to pick up shares. Don't know much else about the company, but went out to February 23rd, collected 60 bucks. Comcast, went out to February 23rd, $40 strike, collected 51 bucks. SOXL, the 3X semiconductor ETF, went out to February 23rd, did a 20 strike and a 21 strike, and collected 47 bucks and 63 bucks respectively. And then on last but not least, on Thursday, I sold a TNA, which is the 3X leveraged small cap fund. We went to the 30 strike out to February 16th, collected 102 bucks for that one. So not too bad. Real quick on Premium Cooking, no closed positions, only open 6, no profit realized. Weekend notional, that's what I'm talking about, 41,650. So what I'm trying to do is not have that exceed my cash balance, which is over here, which is 45,732. So I have room to put on one more contract, but I probably won't, unless there's something I like out there. So no profit for the week. Premium sold $378.85. Total premium cooking $1,900.63. Maintenance margins only $17,900. Only using 15% of my buying power. Cash balance 45,732. Overall value went down about $800. So not horrible. So next week we'll have a little bit of options coming off. What is that? Let's look. What is that? That is $229 coming off next week. Next 2 weeks. So pretty much basically we're already down $253. We're going to have a down month for the month. But February we got, $1,500 of premium for February. So that's about it. Like I said, quick view, 41,000 on notional. Everything's out of the money. There's one thing, the SOXL covered call that I have is the only one pressing at the moment. I think that's it. Let me see what else. Buys, drips, nothing happened, nothing new there. My budget, I put my budget back on. We're gonna pretty much. I don't think I'm gonna share this with you, but it's fun to keep track of your outgoing bills and see if there's anything that you can adjust or whatever. So that's pretty much it. So here's the comment. It's from Kelly Sater. Happy New Year. He goes, by the way, I was with you on the whole 70s music thing until you said disco. Bro, really? No Zeppelin, no Boston, just a Bee Gees kind of guy. Hey, well, to each their own. It's funny because I haven't listened to the Bee Gees in like forever. And after this comment, I listened to the Bee Gees one day on my way to work. And I was like, damn, I didn't know they had that many dang hits, but they did. They have good music. They do. But it's not really my cup of tea. But no Zeppelin, no Boston. Now, I like all kinds of music. Like I went into Spotify and it said I listened to 53 genres of music last year. And, my growing up, I had such a wide exposures to different kinds of music. But, the funk era, and then the funk era turned into rap. That was the sound of the neighborhood per se, like overall. But really, we had a whole ton of influence. This is going to be funny, but we used to smoke a doobie with my neighbor, 40-year-old man, right? And here we are, 13, 14, 15 years old, going to smoke our neighbor out. And we'd play dominoes. And he was an older gentleman. I think he was a grandparent already. And we'd sit there. I think his wife didn't like us because, we were a bad influence on him. Because he'd be high and stuff, and she'd come home, and she didn't have a very happy look on her face. She was pretty mellow, but he would listen to a lot of jazz. He would always have the jazz station on. So naturally now I'm not big, but I do enjoy jazz. Neighbor across the street, smoked with him too. He was in the funk. My other neighbor, I'd go help him wash his car every once in a while, and he was into Def Leppard, Metallica, and stuff. So I enjoyed that music. Now, when I say I'm not an expert in that stuff, I'm definitely not. But it's one of those things where, I don't know the music, but I know the music, right? Like if it comes on, yeah, I'll remember. Oh, I remember that song, but I won't know who it's from, right? That type of thing, and I'll enjoy the music. Another friend of mine, he'd come rolling up in his bucket Impala. He'd be playing reggae. So I'm actually a huge reggae fan, but I'm very narrow in my reggae genre. Like I love Stephen Marley, which is Bob Marley's son. I love his work, and you can't really, he's kind of reggae, but he's kind of not. If you listen to some of his stuff, it's like he can't pigeonhole him into any kind of genre because he kind of touches, he's not just reggae. He does a lot of covers too. What else? Rock. When I worked at a paint store for about 7 years, and all we listened to was rock. The rock station, classic rock station. So 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for years, I listened to the classic rock. My favorite song, funny enough, we were talking about freaking drugs, was Cocaine by Eric Clapton. Love that song, but we don't have to turn it off if customers were in the store, which was pretty funny. I used to be pissed when customers were in there, so I wanted to hear that song. Yeah, so I enjoy a lot of music, man. Me and my wife are actually going to the Blink 182 concert here in about 6 months. If there's like again with the old classic rock, I won't go out of my way to listen to a Blink 182 album, but if that song came on, I'd know the song. I just wouldn't know it was Blink 182. So when we go to this concert, you know, I'm going to know the songs. I'm just not going to know. I'm going to sit there like, oh, they sang that. So there's your comment of the day. Appreciate it. Do I like Zeppelin and Boston? Yes. Do I go out of my way? Am I an expert? Could I name you a song from them? No. But if I heard the songs, I would definitely know them. So, anyway, comment down below. I'm huge into music. Like I said, I'm reading books now. I listen to music 5, 6, 7 hours a day. So comment down below your favorite song of your favorite genre, and let me check it out. So because when he mentioned Bee Gees, I went and check out Bee Gees. So name your favorite song down below, and hope you guys have a good week. We'll talk to you later. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.